Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus and this is episode 12 of our Let's Play campaign of Factorio. We're playing Angels mods. This is my Angels mods tutorial. This is starting to change character in terms of tutorial because in the beginning I could work on some very specific thing like basic electronic boards. However, as the base grows, it will be more abstract topics. But I think it's very valuable to look at it from the perspective of what do you do when the initial base gets too small. There are kind of two ways of going about it. You can get more raw materials in and then use whatever you have. But this is so small that it doesn't make any sense at all. This is simply too small to support anything. So at some point, I'd need to scale things up. And you can do it in different tempi. I don't know if that's the word. But it's in the sense that this is like the very basic. You can scale it up to something gradually bigger and then scale up to something huge. That's kind of what I have been doing last time. We started building an outpost that was just supposed to convert as much as possible. And this is now I have spent a bit of time between sessions in preparation for this one just to scale up to illustrate how this is running. So the thing is, if we look at the ratios here, so these ones are running at speed 0.75, so they are producing 2 of these per 1 second per source. That means it's 1.5 per second of iron. 1.5, 3, 6, 12. So 12 from these two, 12 iron goes out here. This one is consuming, if it was running actually, it would consume 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that would be exactly the right number. I get half as much copper inbound. So the copper should go down here and go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Again, should be perfect ratio. The only one that's running right now is the iron because I do not have what I need here. I need oxygen. So the trick here is that we will be making oxygen. And I think that there'll be exactly enough room here, but we'll start working on it. The way that oxygen is generated, there are basically 2 ways. Now we're getting into the chemical part of the Angels mods, not the petrochemicals, we are not there yet, but chemicals. There are 2 ways of making oxygen. We can either take water and electrolyze it, or purified water and electrolyze it. There's a slight difference. This one gives a higher yield, but it requires purified water. The second one is even cheaper, easier, is simply just getting it out of the air. So you get air separation from compressed air. The compressed air comes from this thing here. One of these is producing every 6 seconds, producing 200. That means every second producing 33. That's crafting speed 1. So like this, I'll be creating 100 per 2 seconds. And that'll be 200 per second. Now, in order to convert it, I'm going to have in something like this. This one takes the air separation. The reason why I said one now this is 200 per second. This one is operating at. It is consuming 100 per second. 100 per 2 seconds. So if this is speed 2.25, let's just call it 2. That means it is consuming 100 per second. That means if it's consuming 100 per second, it also outputs this per second. It means it outputs 50 and then a bit more. Let's call it 60. Let's have a look. I'll need one more of those. If I look at the ones that need it, that's one. This is consuming 60 per 4 seconds at a speed of 1. That's 15 per second. It's the same, 15, 15, 15. So 4 times 15, that's 60. So 60 per second. And this one up here is producing, if it is consuming 100 seconds, then it is also producing 60. So I don't need these. There. Simply put, I will take it. Oh, that's not a lot. Why did I just lose all of these? Oh, that sucks. Let's get some. Where do we have the crawler? The crawler is down here. Nice safe position. I don't dare driving it anywhere because it's massive and it's really, really clumsy. There you go. And the coke. Just get the coke in here. There you go. That's all the coke that needs. This one, let's get more. It's too much, but still like this. This one is taking it simply from here. That should be okay. Now the problem is that I'll be also producing a lot of nitrogen that we do not want, so I'm going to flare that. That seems like a pretty good little thing here. So let's kill that one. We are outside of the range of the crawler, so I can make it myself, and I think I'll build it here. Seems like a good place where I don't want to hit there. I want to hit like this, I guess. Let's just make it where there's room for it. Boom. Go. And some power poles here, here, here. Alright, now the next part is this one. Somehow... What if we get it here? No? Really? And that goes in here. No, we can't. It can go in there. Fine. But I need somehow to take this one. From here to here. From here to here. And... Hey, it works actually. That one. And go. Let's have a look. Does it work? Yes, it's producing. It produces only 6. What the hell am I doing here? That is completely incorrect. Oh, this is not good. This is obviously not enough. Because it's getting all of these here. That's gonna have to be like this. Do I have more of those? And I guess this is okay. How many? Oops, I made a little mistake. This is the correct way. So, copy, paste, 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 and I will rotate them like this. So this one, for example, can go here. Boom, easy. I'm still gonna do it with these. That should be fine. This one is also fine. One thing I'm more concerned about is copy, paste. There. Because obviously, boom. This one also needs some fuel. Ah, this is actually working really nice. That one goes here. That one goes here. Fine. That one. Copy, paste. That goes here. That goes here. Great. And from here, we are going to take boom. Now these are working. Okay. So they are producing. They're going in here. All of them are producing, and obviously these also have to be switched to steel. Let's see if they are producing now. Great, we now have steel. Ah, it's been a while since we've had steel. So this is very nice to see. How is this one not working? Oh, it's simply just burning through the stockpile. That is excellent. I will Shift C using that one. And next one, this one. Yeah. From this one to that one. From this one to that one. To that one. Yes. Here. Huh. That one. It's working, and you know what? I'll just get it like this. Boom. So, is the copper working? Copper is working. Sweet. And copper is working here as well. Now, finally, we got something moving. Get it in there. Nope, I guess not. In here? No? In here? Nope. I'll just make it into these. Alright, so these are producing. They're not producing enough, and that's exactly what I worried about. It's the oxygen is not getting there. So I must be incapable of calculating. This one's working, but it's not working fast enough. It is exactly working. Yes. Alright, so that looks pretty balanced, but I think I need to double it, right? It looks like I need to double it because this one is producing... It should be enough, right? It should be. That one has all it needs. That one has all it needs. Oh, right, because I added 3 more. Yeah, so the idea was good enough, but this one obviously needs to be redone. So I'm gonna have to redo this one so it gets more output. I think that can be done. Unfortunately, I cannot use this one alone anymore. So we need to do it differently. Let's start it all the way up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These can only do one thing, so do that. And this will enable me to put these into here. Boom. Now they're producing. And I need these 2. 1, 2. And 1, 2. 1, 2. This one's still... There we go. This is working. Brilliant. Now it looks like this one is a better suggestion. Looks much better. Oh, everything gets better now. That one. This one. Just do this. These are out, and now everything is working again. Okay, let's see. Are you working? You get... Yes, you got what you need. This one is pretty full. Not completely jammed, but pretty full. Alright, and the copper is progressing again from here. Let's see. Boom. It fills up immediately. This one fills up immediately. That means it's producing more than it needs. Excellent. And that should be pretty much... If this is consuming 12, then it's going to output 18. So it's going to output more than a yellow belt, which is the reason why I put a red belt here. This iron is not producing more. It's only producing 12. So 8 in and 12 out for that one. And unfortunately, the steel, despite all of this, it's not producing very much. So it's time for us to get our trains in. This one is going to manual mode. This one is going to manual automatic mode, and this one as well. There we go. Now all I need is standing on the tracks. And this train is in here. So I'm gonna hitch a ride on one of the trains. Maybe the iron train. Whoop. Here we go. I will also do iron out. I will add maybe time past 60 seconds. Seems reasonable. Time past 60 seconds. That did not do anything. I have no idea why that decided to do this, to go up, but that's fine. And we're now driving our first iron train home. It's only driving at 1.3. That's not much, but it's driving home nonetheless. And the great thing is I can actually do stuff here. 1, 2. Here we go. Go into our stacker. Go into our unload. Boom. Downloads. It's brilliant. I'm gonna go up here. Go. Same with these guys. Yes, it takes a while for them to trigger. And let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have materials coming into this depot. Of course, the steel is pretty pathetic at this point, but yeah, you know. What is with this one? Inbound? Oh, right. I killed that one because I didn't want it to run. So you are stacking up on iron. You are stacking up on steel. And you're stacking up on copper. There you go. So it's not impressive amounts as it is yet. However, it is something that I can now take these back into the base. I can hook them up to this one. I can decommission all of this. And then basically saying these 2 iron lines are now coming here. It's not much, but it will get there. Cool. That is what we're going to do. I'd like to just, oops, go back here. Would it be better, cheaper to have one red belt? Oh, absolutely. But I'm going to switch to 2 red belts at some point. Am I running out? Yes, I am. Where is it? It's there. And all right, cool. All of this needs to go. All of this one needs to go. All of this one as well. And interestingly enough, there will now also be a ton of other things that decide that they don't want to live anymore when this dies. There we go. You unpowered. Come on, just power yourself. That one, not needed either. And gradually our base will become smaller, simpler, and better. Here, 2 inbounds. And all we need now is a lot of... Oh, that sucks. Did I accidentally picked up those? Get some more of those. Oh, that's not much. 400? That might even not be enough. But it's important that I can get stuff in here. That one's dead. 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 Ah, there's some kind of relief by just when you start destroying some of your old base, even though it's it was cutting it a bit close. But the fact that we now have at, what was it, 45,000? 43,000 is where we end, or I don't know if we can call it end, but yeah, I think so. Where do I want to get it in? I think I want to get this one totally irrelevant, this part here. I have no idea what these are for. Well, I guess I'm finding out now. And the long reach is very nice. That one goes, that one goes. That one, probably kill it a lot. Nope, nothing. Cool. We'll do this one. And that means we get the first 1.3 external supply back into the base. And of course, oops. No one really noticed that for a second. In the meantime, we can always take these and bump them out. And there we go. This one is now producing. Excellent. And this is exactly how I wanted it. Not exactly, because I'd rather have a straight line all the way over. We can get that at some point. So let's look at it. Let's look at our first little very compact city block up here. Probably didn't need to make it this compact, but what it actually does is taking pretty much 4 lanes of stereotype saphirite ore in and generates out of that. This is 12 per second, this is 6 per second, and this is 18 per second. So I think that's a pretty good, and then we on top of that also have some junk up here that we can convert at a later stage. But at this point, this has pretty much solved our copper, iron, and steel needs without too much hassle. So that's basically the next tier of angel smelting. I'm using a more efficient smelting that I get 150% yield. I get 2 in here for each of these, or basically this one takes 4 per second in and gets 6 per second out. That's a 150% yield. I can go to a higher yield, but that requires more tech, more advanced setup. That's blue science. This is as good as we can get at a green science level. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And that basically has solved our need for those things. That gives us a lot of peace. And that means now there are 2 different things. I will of course hook these up so that they run in constantly and they're going to work. That's going to be nice. Now there'll be 2 different things that come from this. Yeah, 112,000, not much either. From here we have 2 options. We can either continue to make some outposts out here, get some materials in, or we can work towards what is red circuits in the equivalent of red circuits, and that is, oh, I don't even have that research. Maybe that's what we need. It's called transistors. No, it's not called transistors. That's because I can't spell transistors. That one here, this electronic circuit boards, the solder, we have that. Basic electronics board, we have that. Transistors, we do not have that. And circuit boards, we do not have it. Transistors require plastic bars, we don't have it. Silicon wafer, we don't have it. And it also requires circuit boards, require ferric chloride solution, we don't have that. And phenolic boards comes from wooden resin. Well, wooden resin is pretty easy to make once with what we have. So the phenolic board should not be a difficult one. Ferric chloride, it's chlorine and iron ore. So if I take the iron ore that I generate in my base and just stockpile it from now on, that'll be input for this, so we can make ferric chloride. That should be okay. This should be okay. So that means the phenolic board is the circuit board is okay. That means the primary thing we need to work on is transistors, plastic bars. We need a process for that, and silicon wafer. Silicon wafer is just pretty simple. It comes from silicon. Silicon is very simple. You see silicon plates. We can do that. And that means the bigger one is going to be the plastic. Now the plastic can be produced in a couple of different ways, but this might be where we need to work on from now on. Anyway, this is it for now. We have tons of things coming in. We can see that this is gradually increasing. It's nice to see this. And right as it slips over, we even have 1,700 steel. It's been a while since I've had that available. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining. Hope you're enjoying it so far and that you'll keep up the episodes as we move forward and continue to tech. For now, thank you. Bye.